What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan Scan, alongside Antonio Fiore Salestrina. Gentlemen, how are we doing?
It's better than Christmas.
We are finally here.
It's week one.
Week one, NFL Sunday. We have a little bit of a different setup here. I know, we have FanDuel up right now. We're going to go over every matchup. We're going to go over the lines. We're going to have it right in front of us so that there is no discrepancy, and it's not just Sal shouting at us what the line is. We can actually see it. So yeah.
And then I'm like the czar of the line where everyone's like, I have 4, I have 3. I'm like, nope, it's 3.
Yeah, it's house rules. We always go by Sal's number, but now we have it right in front of us, and we have to go by FanDuel. Okay. I'm overstimulated right now. Where should we start? Should we just go? Should we just hop right in? Do we want to prep anything?
I think we just hop in at Thursday night. I think we dip our toe in and go from there. Honestly,
I'm game. All right.
I've talked myself in and out of this game 100 times.
Yeah, I've gone back and forth on it all day.
The week one opener
for weeks.
Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, AFC Championship rematch, Game 1. Kansas City Chiefs -3. What are we feeling?
I'm going to let Antonio go first because I still don't know. I need to hear him talk.
My gut instinct is the Baltimore Ravens winning by like 10. Kansas City just looks sluggish. But today I was like, oh, Kansas City might also just come out and absolutely steamroll them. And people are going to be like, oh, the Ravens. I don't know, but I think I'm going to lean more with my gut. +3, though.
You're +3.
No, I think they win this game. I'll take my,
You think the Chiefs do? Did you just mid-sentence just convince yourself of the other thing?
What?
So do you think the Ravens or Chiefs are going to win?
I think the Ravens are going to win.
Okay. All right.
I did do that mid-sentence.
You switched and then switched back. Sal, what do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough. It's safe to say my dollars won't be going. Well, I don't know. First
your dollars are going on this game.
Hard to resist.
There's if you're a fan, dollars are going on this game.
I'm gonna be Sal. I'm gonna be at bowling with Rich Hanna and J.R. Hanna during the first game of the NFL season.
So all right,
that's crazy.
So no, thank you for that because I know JR is definitely on the Chiefs, and that means Rich Hanna's on the Chiefs. So I will take the Baltimore Ravens. Now Alan Hanna's on the Ravens, but he's not betting. So
if he's not betting even more. If he's not betting, I'm hammering the Ravens. But you have to let me know otherwise if he does.
As far as I know, he's not betting.
As far as you know.
Okay.
That's not concrete enough.
Okay.
That's true. I don't know. Whenever Alan likes a game and doesn't bet on it, it hits 100% of the time. So just based off of that, I'm taking the Ravens. That's my only.
He's gonna get.
That's my only logic. My only other reasoning is the obvious. They lost to them in the AFC Championship game. The revenge narrative, blah blah blah. Typical NFL spot. Typical Sal likes this team spot. I don't think there's much more to add or to try to get cute about. It's 3 points. It feels like it should be more for a season opener. The Chiefs normally struggle in this type of game. I think I said a month ago I really like the Chiefs in this game on the podcast. I might have said that. I think I said that. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna say the Ravens. I'll take the 3 points. I'll take the money line with Antonio.
See, I think we're in agreements on the first matchup of the year, but I think it's
Jesus.
I think it's a lot of what Antonio said. I just think the Chiefs might just look flat coming out. They always usually do in the beginning of the year. They just don't look in lockstep the first game. But the Ravens have a little bit of that too. I feel like the Ravens, and it's more random though. It's not it's the first part of the year. Sometimes when they're not there, they get fucking shit on. They get shit on in some games.
Well, that goes to what Antonio said. It's if the Chiefs win this game, they could the Chiefs can pound the Ravens in this game. I don't think there's a world where the Ravens pound the Chiefs in this game. To be honest,
I think like too like the Ravens sometimes pound good teams.
It's true.
Like when they play good teams, they kind of pound them sometimes.
This game is not like a 2-touchdown Baltimore victory though. I think this
No.
is like
No,
a 7.
I said like 10 point.
Yeah, this is like a 7-10 Baltimore victory if they win.
46 and a half.
Kansas City's looking sloppy.
I got 21-14 Baltimore. So I got under.
I think the under hits as well. Even though it's a first game of the year.
Can't bet an under in the first game. Just that's blasphemous.
Yeah, last year's first game was an outlier for sure.
All right, so we are in agreements on the first.
We normally
game.
agree on Thursdays. Thursdays is
True.
like where we we're
Get a lot of
in
games on.
so.
Well, this time we got a Friday game. So
In
this
Brazil.
Friday in Brazil, Green Bay Packers at Philadelphia Eagles. Philly is a -2.5 point favorite. What do we think here? This is the most up in the air matchup, I think, just because of where it is. Like the teams that are playing, like they're both like Green Bay obviously is probably a little bit more solid than Philly at this point in terms of like what the public is talking about. Like people are really low on the Eagles right now. Like people are like, if you watch like any of those morning shows, like they hate the Eagles. They're like,
I don't know,
what's wrong with Jalen Hurts? What's going on with Nick Sirianni? It's never like a positive thing with the Eagles. And then it's just like everyone's high on Green Bay. I will say
it's a Packers blow fest. I feel like everyone's gotten in line to suck cock for Green Bay.
Right, and it's like are the Eagles really that bad? Like, are they really gonna come out and just shit their pants and not play good? It's like, I don't know.
I can kind of see them losing this game in Brazil, and then like the media and Eagles fans totally overreacting and being like, what's wrong with this team now? They lost. When in reality, like they were in Brazil, like weird circumstances.
Yeah, you do kind of get a pass if you lose.
Does that not just start a terrible season for them if they lose?
I know. I was gonna say, but I also kind of like Philly.
I'm taking Philly based off the fact that I think they're still a good team and they should be a good team this season. I'm lower on the Packers than most. I think the Packers are still a good team, but this is a neutral site. Put these two teams on a neutral site, line them up. I'm going to take Philly.
Yeah, I was taking Philly anyway. I don't know. It just seems like
I'm going to take the Packers here. I'm going to fall into the trap of like, this is like, the Eagles may just be like bad this year. They might just, just not have it. And I think Green Bay, if they're going to be an elite team, that this is one that they really want to take, especially like having to play the Eagles not at home. Like that's huge. Like not having to go into Philly and play this game is huge. Yeah. Obviously going to Brazil is kind of like, whatever, but you're not going to have to face that Philly crowd. And then I don't know. I just feel like, I just think Green Bay comes out and gets the job done.
I can't argue. I don't have this is not a game I have a strong feel on. Neither of these first two games I have a strong feel on. That's for damn sure.
And that's a good thing, I feel like.
Sunday I have a couple games I really like, but like I wouldn't say this week I'm like really all in on mostly anything.
And what's up with why are we playing this game in Brazil? Is there like a reason, or are we just
the global expansion of American football and
of
trying
course.
I don't know.
In Europe, I get it. Brazil, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, they're telling players that they like can't even walk the streets. They can't like walk the streets with their phone, or they might get fucking kidnapped or assaulted. It's like, what? Why are we playing a game here?
It's a little ridiculous.
Like, I get they probably can't do the same thing in downtown Philly, but like, like that's where they play. You know what I mean? Like Brazil is like, it's like, why are we doing this? If it's that unsafe, you know what I mean? Like they're putting out warnings to players. I don't know. I hate this whole global fucking initiative thing. It's really dumb.
Well, without it, you might not get a Friday night football game. So,
I get it, but like
that game would still be played.
Yeah, it's like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna have a game in freaking Australia next year, and we're gonna have to watch it at 4 a.m.
Wait, this gonna be see, that makes sense though. Brazil doesn't make sense.
No, Brazil makes zero sense.
Kind of made sense because rugby. Like, yeah, I agree with that.
It's
Aussie
like-
rules football.
but it's like,
man.
why do we have to do that? You know what I mean? Like NFL is for America. Like, you know what I
It's
mean?
for
They're not.
money. No,
There's no other
no.
sport
It's
that's like
Fucking
catering.
national.
it's for money. It's for money.
So
That's what
do what freaking international soccer does and do it in the preseason. Like when like what they do with when Man U comes over here and plays like an MLS team. It's like
that's smart actually. That's very smart.
you get people to come see. They don't freaking know that they don't realize it's the preseason. Like they don't give a shit. They'll come
So
watch.
are we working towards like an NFL international? Is that what we're like?
That's the
shooting?
point that I'm trying to grasp. It's like, what is the
IFL.
end game here?
I could see like a European league, like an NFL Europe.
Well, Goodell has already said he wants a team in London. Like, shut up, dude. Like, shut the fuck up.
It would be the worst team ever because literally 0.0% of free agents would sign for them.
Yeah.
No,
They wouldn't even be in London. It would be like Call of Duty does this, where they have like a team and it's like the Vegas Legion, and then they live and play in Dallas. It's like, why is this even a thing? Like, just you know what I mean? Like, why is this a thing? They wouldn't even live there.
I think I can just see it being like European teams and then the American teams, and then there's like some sort of like ultra like bowl at the end where like the Super Bowl winner plays like the European winner or some shit like that.
That sounds like garbage to me.
Yeah.
Because it just sounds like it's taking away from the NFL. Like they're gonna try to do this, and they're gonna try so hard, and it's like you're just diminishing the product that you have that was really good. It just seems like one of those oversteps.
It's always about the money.
It's always about the fucking money, but like, how much money do you think you're gonna like? It's not like there's like a yearning for youth football in any of these countries. They don't play football like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at least here there's a yearning for soccer because there's like youth soccer programs. Like, there's no
over
youth
there they make
football.
Fun of it and call it hand egg.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
like they don't even call it
They
football.
hate American football in Europe.
Exactly. So like, I don't know. That's it for our boomer rant. Let's move on to Sunday.
Say Google rant.
Boomer.
Oh.
That's what you are.
That's what you are. You didn't even know the fucking term. All right, Sunday, 1:00. I love how it says 1:01 p.m. Like, I love that.
Right.
Tennessee at Chicago. Chicago is -4.5.
Ooh, this game is gross.
This
All right,
game
gentlemen,
is
listen
so
to this.
gross.
I think I have a good read on this game. You'd
Okay.
expect me to say Chicago, and Chicago wins this game, but I think this is a Caleb Williams comeback, and they win by 3 points. So I like Tennessee against the spread, but I think Chicago wins the football game.
So we're getting too cute with this Caleb Williams thing. Now we're saying he's getting comeback wins.
I think they start slow, and Tennessee's up by like 10 points in a halftime, and then Caleb has like a huge second half. That's my read on the game. I like Tennessee, but Chicago wins.
I know I said I think Tennessee's going to be bad, but I also don't trust the Bears to cover a 4.5 point spread if they win. So I would just take Tennessee here. I think that's the smarter pick.
I would have to agree. I don't think I don't think these teams are 4.5 points apart. Like this is just a suck fest. This is just a suck fest. I think Tennessee covers that 4.5. I don't really have a good read on who wins this game. But like this game is just fucking dog shit.
So you're saying there's a chance that they win by 3 and Caleb Williams comes back.
Obviously there's a chance, but like it's gross. It's gonna be like fucking 16-13.
Sure.
It's gonna be like 13-10 for most of this game.
Yeah,
and they'll get like 2 field goals in the fourth quarter to win the game. That's all it's gonna be.
So you like the under in this game too, though?
I love the under in this game.
Do we just parlay every under this week?
No.
The whole year.
Wow.
The Chiefs game and this game are the only two like unders that I really love.
Green Bay and Philly.
Not the Steelers game?
No, not the Steelers game. I think that game could go way over.
The Steelers?
Pittsburgh Steelers at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's -3.5. Over under 42.5. I love the over in this game. This game is also very gross, but I do see a lot of points being scored in this one.
Pittsburgh feels Pittsburgh feels like the right pick, but it's just not.
That's why I was laughing, Sal.
Do they
I don't
feel
wanna
like
take
the
a
right
team
pick
that's-
though?
I don't want to take a team that's running Russell Wilson out there. That's half the problem.
It's
Oh,
most of the problem. I still don't get how
You
you
know
don't
what?
how you don't
I
how
am
you
gonna
don't
take-
fucking start Justin Fields in Atlanta,
Why?
because isn't that where he's from?
Oh, I don't know. But I like the Steelers. I am gonna pick the Steelers.
You pick the Steelers every week.
It's the first week.
It's actually the whatever 16 times 4 years of doing this. This is
That's
the
why I
fucking-
had to. I mean, Falcons are probably the right pick, but
I'm picking the
Russell Wilson in
Falcons.
his first Steelers game, everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, baby, they're gonna
Russell
win."
Wilson's gonna fumble a bunch of times.
The Steelers fans are gonna be like, "We're going to the fucking Super Bowl."
Honestly, yeah, no, the Falcons. Okay, I like the Steelers before this, but like now, really thinking about it, it's like, are you really saying that Russell Wilson's gonna keep this game within 3.5 points? Like he's gonna look fucking dog shit. Like
He's
let's
gonna
be
look
honest.
so bad. Their offensive line is terrible.
And Atlanta's so excited to finally have a good quarterback. Whether or not Kirk plays that well, it's just gonna be like a lift to the whole team. So I'll take Atlanta. I don't love it, but I'll take the -3.5. I don't love it. I really
Is Russell
don't.
Wilson the worst player in the league or something?
Yeah.
He's
Close
on
to it.
every fantasy team I have.
He's close.
Stop.
I'm kidding. But that's
I hate Russell Wilson. He's horrible.
So yeah, my pick is smash the over and smash Atlanta -3.5. Moving on. Jacksonville Jaguars at the Miami Dolphins. Miami's -3.5 point favorite. Over under 49.5.
Antonio, I know you're thinking what I'm thinking.
this is a tough game, but I like Miami.
You're not thinking what I'm thinking.
Do you see what I see?
Miami's just
I
better.
really like the Jacksonville Jaguars in this game.
So you're
I
gonna be
really-
like a sneaky Jags
stop, never
fan this
mind.
year.
No. It is the Jags because Trevor eats Tua.
Mm-hmm. I just think this is
Very
like
good.
what this is one of those like in-state rivalry games, and it comes down to the end, and one of the teams is going to win by 3. I really think Jacksonville wins by 3, but this is within 3.5 points for damn sure. So I love Jacksonville plus 3.5. There is no way they don't cover this 3.5 spread. Jacksonville's a lock.
Wow.
Not to give anything away later, but
I could not be more in disagreements with you. I think Miami kills this team. I think Miami absolutely steamrolls them. Another
I'm
over
not
that
shocked.
I like.
I'm not shocked whatsoever.
Miami
Nobody's
could score 50 points on their own in this game. Like Jacksonville.
I mean, they could.
Yeah, Jacksonville. They might put up a fight in like the first half, and then Miami pulls away in the second half. But yeah, I don't see them having anything for this.
I'm just
Miami
not a Miami
offense.
guy. I'm just not.
Neither am I. But like Miami
Yes,
at
you
home and
are.
like they're
Yes, you
fresh
are.
and
You like
Not
Miami.
this year as much as he has been.
well, no, not since we started. When we started the podcast, I was a lot more of a Miami guy.
Yeah, when they had like Matt Moore.
And Brian
yeah, when they were
Flores.
like really bad. Now they're like good, and I'm like, ew.
Not like they weren't like really, really bad, but they were just bad.
I had that thing where I picked them like 8 weeks in a row, and they covered every
Yeah.
time.
I don't know.
Like,
I just don't think that Miami just runs off to like a fast start starting like week 1. Like I just don't think it's like right out the gates like they're just ready to roll. Like I think they're gonna look good. I think Jacksonville's gonna look just as good though. I love the over in this game too. I agree with the over pick,
It's a good overpick.
but I like 3.5 points in this game. I feel like that's enough points where I'm very inclined to take Jacksonville. So I got Jacksonville.
all right, moving on. Our beloved New England Patriots going to Cincinnati.
Here we go again.
Cincinnati's -9.5, over under 40.5. Assuming Jacoby Brissett is starting, he is named the starter.
So here's something I'll say. If you like the Patriots in this game, which you probably shouldn't, bet it now. Bet it as soon as you hear this. Because I don't think Jamar Chase is likely to play week 1, and if he doesn't play, this spread moves down to 8.5 or 8. So you get a little opposing line value.
I'm surprised he's holding out.
Bengals won by 30.
Yeah, I was gonna say, saying that the Bengals kill this team 999 times out of 1,000. So I'm gonna take the Bengals, but by no means is it a lock or anything. The Bengals should kill this team, but Bengals minus 9.5. If that wasn't clear.
Go ahead, Antonio.
Bengals.
You have the Bengals too? Antonio? Earth to
Oh,
you?
yeah. I thought I said that.
Oh, yeah, you probably did. I was probably just listening to Sal. Yeah, I agree. Cincinnati kills this team, even if Jamar Chase isn't playing. It looks like he's gonna hold out, eh? Do you think it's just like a week 1 thing, or like do you think they'll actually pay him? Or
Where
what
he's
do you
going to play?
I think he probably does it for a week or two, and then if it really gets down to it, he'll come back. But like he might like try to force their hand after a couple weeks.
The word on the street is that he wants a penny more than Justin Jefferson.
That's so lame, dude.
So lame.
So stupid.
Yeah, it's
Should
like
I
what
name-
if
It doesn't matter that much because there's another receiver. Like another receiver is going to get signed for more than you next year. So
Should I name my team a penny more than Justin Jefferson, the one that I have both of them on?
yeah, definitely. A penny more.
Take it away, Penny.
Take it away, Penny. Yeah, I mean, if you're the Bengals, it's going to be kind of hard playing chicken with him. I mean, it's fine for week 1, right? Because you're playing the shitty Patriots. But, like, what happens when you start playing these good teams and he's like, still not playing? You're like, we thought you were just faking.
The precedent has been set with the Bengals, though, that they don't pay anyone besides Joe Burrow. Like,
yeah.
not that they're not going to pay. They're not going to not pay Chase, but they're not going to pay him until he's got like 1 year left. He has, not like he has to prove himself, but he's just not. I don't think he's getting the contract this year. So he's either holding out the whole year, which is super unlikely, or he's just gonna have to come back and suck it up and play, that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I
So you
think
might as well just.
it's not like the Dallas thing. Isaiah Likely.
Is he unlikely?
No,
Oh,
Isaiah Likely. He's just making puns. I don't think this is like a CeeDee Lamb sort of situation where CeeDee Lamb kind of like had all the leverage. The Bengals pretty much have all of the leverage.
Yeah.
And you're only hurting the team so much. Like, and at a certain point, you got to think, like, is this really even worth it? Like, I'm already making, like, what is his contract right now? What is he making?
It's probably making like 12 or 14 a year, which isn't terrible.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, you know you're going to get paid at some point. Why do this now? You know what I mean? Especially when you already have another year.
I think he knows, too, that the Bengals can go out there and win a Super Bowl, and he doesn't want to make it, like, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't want to draw it out and make it a huge thing like it was late in the year.
Because he's been, like, practicing still. Well, he's, like, showed up to practice or whatever. He's, like, been... What do they call it? Like a good faith hold in or whatever the fuck they've been trying to call it. But it's like, I think if CeeDee Lamb doesn't get paid, I think he's playing week 1. But I think because of CeeDee Lamb getting paid, that made him extra pissed. But anyway, moving on. Houston Texans at the Indianapolis Colts. Houston is a road favorite, -2.5, over under 49.5. What was that?
So I said, yeah, Sal, this game's a headache.
This game is a head scratcher.
So the reason I'm a bad bettor is because I really want to take the Colts in this game, but like Houston just
taking them too, but I'm not gonna.
Houston should just absolutely poop on this team. But 80 something % of the money's on Houston, which last year that never worked. So like I have to hear Antonio say, well, if 80% of the people were betting on this, then like I hear that every time I bring that shit up.
No, it's not like 80. It's when it's like a 96 and up. I'm like, shut up.
I'm also not a fan of that in like the 1 o'clock slate, just because I feel like NFL is gonna make their money
regardless. Yeah.
Regardless, if the NFL or if like Vegas had a bad day heading into like the night game, and the night game is like that, oh my god, they hit back harder than fucking Ray Rice.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah, Texans win by a lot.
I think Houston rolls them here. No,
DJ Stroud 400-yard day.
Here's my problem. I either stick to my guns and I take the Colts, and if the Colts lose, fine. If I say the Texans here, the Colts for sure win this football game.
Well,
So I'm sticking with
dive
my
deep with
guns.
it, Sal. Why? What's your reasoning behind picking the Colts?
It's just a contrarian pick. Houston's the talk of the town. CJ Stroud, Stephon Diggs, they can't lose. They're going to the Super Bowl. The Colts have nobody. They're only 2.5. They only have to win by a field goal on the road. It's pure contrarian. And this is how the NFL works. The NFL doesn't just give layups. Sometimes they do, but I don't think week one they're just going to give you a fucking free -2.5 on Houston. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking way too much about it. Maybe you just take Houston because that's what the fucking line is. I'm going against that. So Indy is my pick. Stephon Diggs scores a touchdown in this game though, but Indy wins this game.
Does Anthony Richardson look good?
Anthony Richardson is going to look great. I'm a big Anthony Richardson fan. When he's healthy,
he's gonna have to if they're gonna win this. If they're gonna win this game,
this is actually another over. Funny enough,
I like that. Although, do the Colts just like ground and pound and kind of halt like the momentum of the game?
The thing is
how Jonathan Taylor's going to look.
I think he's had a full season to just like get himself right. I think if there's ever a game you probably want to back the Colts, it's this week, like against this team. Like I'm saying, Houston against Indy. Like you got anything working for you. Your quarterback's healthy. Your running back's healthy. Your defense is actually healthy. You've had a full off season to prepare for this team. You're at home. It's the opener. Like there's a lot of things working for the Colts here. I'm not saying there's not for Houston, but I'm gonna take the Colts in this spot. And I promise you, if I took the Texans, the Colts win by 50. So I'm not doing that. So I'd have the Colts.
All right. So Sal's on the Lonely Island for that one. Next
I'm
game,
gonna be on the Lonely Island for this one, so I can.
This
tell you
game,
that much
the ultimate stinker of the week, the Minnesota Vikings at the New York Giants. Minnesota is a road 1.5 point favorite. Over unders 41.5.
That's crazy.
People are so low on the Giants. Jesus. It's insane.
You cannot bet on Sam Darnold as a road fucking favorite. You can't do it.
MetLife, dude. Sam Darnold in MetLife.
You can't do it. You can't do it. You cannot do it.
Yeah, I mean both these teams are not good, but I would just take the Giants at home here.
Thank you, Antonio. Giants plus 1.5. Easy bet this week.
It's a good team to make the Giants look good.
You can just keep it the way you had it, Sal, if you want. If you want to like go back to what you had. This game is so gross. I would never bet real actual currency on this game, but I don't know. The Giants are just too bad. I have to take the Vikings. The Giants are just too fucking bad. And yeah, I get your guys' reasoning for picking the Giants. This pick is probably terrible, but I just have to go with it.
If the Vikings win, they win like 10-9.
This is the grossest game.
This is the grossest game.
This is a horrendous football game.
We're starting out with a lot of really good matchups that could be like game of the year, and then we also have games like this.
And then the next one too.
I'd rather have Sam Darnold than Daniel Jones.
Disagree.
That's
disagree.
Crazy.
Sam Darnold's a damn good player.
All right. The Carolina Panthers at the New Orleans Saints.
Ew.
Saints are minus 3.5 at home, over under 41.5.
This game might get the worst ratings of the week.
The Carolina Panthers are terrible.
Honestly, the Cooking Channel might have better viewers than this. Like
the Cooking Channel. Put on the Weather Channel when this game comes on, but I don't know, man. This game, like, what do you just take the Saints?
The under.
My pick is who fucking cares?
I mean, New Orleans is minus 210 on the money line. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm taking New Orleans. Carolina's horrible.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know if there's a worse bet in the history of bets to make than the New Orleans Saints minus 210. Like, I don't think. I
wouldn't do that either.
Like, Carolina plus 176 doesn't scream good to me either. I'll take Carolina just because I like Carolina, but like, Fuck this game. This
How
game
many
sucks.
how many parlays are people gonna put? Like they're just gonna put the Saints in there as like one of the safer ones.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're gonna lose and fuck it all up. And like surely they'll beat the Panthers, and then the Panthers are up like 16 to freaking 6 at halftime. You're like, what the fuck?
Honestly, I do like the Panthers in this game. All jokes aside, like Derek Carr is just absolute ass trash. Like, no thank you.
So is Bryce Young though.
Chris Olave just sat there in like every draft I had.
Because nobody wants a fucking receiver attached to Derek Carr. Like, no thank you.
Very true.
Oh yeah, Nolan. You know who else just like sat there forever in a couple drafts?
Woohoo.
Was Isaiah Pacheco.
I'm honestly surprised. I feel like he has a lot of upside this year.
The 8-man league. He was there.
Yeah, he's forever.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, yeah, an 8-man league for sure.
Dak Prescott dropped to like.
Dak Prescott was drafted in like the 13th round. Like,
Yeah, that was
like,
ridiculous.
He's
Jordan
not getting
Love was
drafted in
drafted over
any
him.
leagues,
That's
dude.
so funny.
I feel like in a 12-man though, Isaiah Pacheco is like your RB2 in a lot of situations.
I don't know, dude. He's pretty shitty.
I think he'll be pretty decent. No, you don't think so?
I don't
I
love
think he's
him.
gonna be like decent. He's gonna have touchdowns and yards, but like he's
You
not
know-
gonna catch passes.
Do you know who he
True.
is, Sal? He's Joe Mixon.
He's like less. I don't know, less Joe Mixon. He's like Joe Mixon
Yeah.
light. Like he's like I don't even know. Like
He's got like the build of like Alvin Kamara, but he runs like Derrick Henry. It's kind of weird.
yeah,
It's like if he was built like Derrick Henry, he'd be like unstoppable.
I agree with that actually.
If he could catch passes, like I think that would be a huge upside to his game. But I don't know
See,
if
like
he
he
can.
can catch passes, but they don't throw him the ball, which is something I don't understand. They don't like throwing him the ball.
The Chiefs hate using their running backs. They hate it.
No,
Yeah.
they signed Samaje Perine, and now Samaje Perine's gonna be the third down back.
Okay.
Like
That's
What
so
do you mean,
gross.
okay?
Samaje Perine.
he. I promise you, for 70% of the third downs Thursday night, he'll be in there.
Yeah, they hate that, bro. The amount of times that you'd have to see
Okay.
like Jarrett McKinnon come in.
No, he's
And-
gone.
No, I know, but like the amount of times you'd be sitting there and you'd like have Pacheco in like your, I don't know, one of your parlays, and then he would come in on goal line. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They use their running backs like so weirdly. It's just because all they want to do is throw it to Travis Kelce in the end zone, no matter where they are.
Yeah.
They hate running the ball. All right, moving on.
Do I see a 6.5 right there?
Arizona Cardinals
Sal, that's crazy.
at the Buffalo Bills. The Bills are minus 6.5, over under 48.5. Yes, 6.5. Sal, what do you think about that?
Like,
That's your favorite team.
Can someone talk me off the ledge on this one? Because like the Cardinals are free.
Seriously.
I don't know.
The Cardinals
being
are-
a West Coast team and
It
going to
makes me
Buffalo as your
scared,
first game
dude.
is tough.
All right, hey, that's
Better than a West
no
Coast team going here in the middle
And
of
listen, they
Denver.
were the worst fucking team last year. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they were pretty fucking bad. Like this.
All right,
you
they
know
also
what I mean?
didn't have they also didn't have Marvin Jr.'s literal clone, and Kyler Murray was healthy for only like 5 games. last
Okay,
year.
Shit,
Marvin
the best receiver in
Harrison.
the
We've
league
never
now.
seen him play an NFL game. Like, it's just like that. It's just one of those things. Like, it's like you have to like take some of those things and be like, that's probably why it's 6.5.
Okay, agreed.
have the
I'm
best-
quote unquote buying low on the Arizona Cardinals, and I will take the Arizona Cardinals happily plus the 6.5 points. Thank you.
the best quarterback in the league. They now have the best receiver in the league.
Kyler Murray's the best quarterback in the league.
Kyler Murray's the best receiver in the league.
He is, dude.
I
But
I'll agree with you. I mean, I'll take Arizona here. I think like 6.5 just might be too many. You know what I mean? Like
money line's not.
people
a bad.
might just hate the Cardinals and they're just driving this line so far up until
Yeah.
until someone finally
lines
fucking
money lines a good investment plus 245.
kind of
for
cracky
sure.
though. It's kind of
yeah.
crack.
I mean, I think that they cover that 6.5. I think that's just too many. Do you agree, Antonio? Who did you pick?
Kyler Murray rushing touchdown.
Antonio, you picked
Yeah.
Arizona, right?
I picked Arizona. Yes.
Las Vegas Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers. The first game of the 4 o'clock slate. Chargers -3 over under 40.5. Take it away, Antonio. These are like two of your teams here.
Are they?
I don't know.
I
I'm
was
just
gonna
saying shit.
say Chargers, move on, who cares?
Really?
No, but I mean, I don't know. Jim Harbaugh picks up his first ever NFL win. Yeah, I don't know. This is just gonna be an uneventful game.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how the Chargers are only 3-point favorites in this game. I feel like it should be more.
I feel like this is only the line. This is like the default line. Like they don't even know where to put this game. Like, has anyone said a word about the Raiders all preseason?
Literally nobody.
Nobody said anything about them. Like, if they have they had a good preseason? No one fucking knows.
I don't know. It's Gardner Minshew's like Ryan Fitzpatrick. Like, he can just be cute for a couple of weeks. Like, I don't know. I liked the Chargers initially, and now I'm like talking myself out of it. So I'm gonna go Raiders, but I don't know. This game sucks.
Every time these two teams play, it's like faded shit always happens.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
So I think, like, I don't know. This game is such a fucking toss-up. I might just have to take the Raiders +3 because, like, this could just be like a 1-point game for some reason. And like I think the Raiders could win this game.
Oh.
But I don't know. Just because I like what you said about Gardner Minshew. Like, he is like Ryan Fitzpatrick. He just shows up places and like wins. Like these
just
random games.
He'll just go like 7-10 this year, but like he'll have like some amazing games, and like he could just pop out and have like an amazing week 1.
All right, we can move on. The Denver Broncos at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle is -5.5 at home, over under 41.5.
You want to know what's funny? I know the exact score of this game.
What's it gonna be?
A lot to be favored by.
24-16, Seattle wins. Exactly.
Okay.
So that's a covered spread.
They cover the spread. They win by 8.
I was gonna say, I don't know if Seattle's good enough to have that big of a spread against the Broncos, but I don't know. The Broncos are pretty shitty.
The Broncos are pretty shitty.
I think Seattle's probably the right and the smart pick here.
Wow, I did not expect you guys to both pick Seattle. I am also picking Seattle. I think as much as we want to say Seattle's going to be dog shit.
Wait. Are you feeling okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, Antonio, I thought for
that
sure
click
Antonio
until
was
you
picking the
said that.
Broncos.
I have
Yeah.
no reason to pick the Broncos right now.
And you like Bo Nix? Come on.
If I did not absolutely know the exact score, I'd be taking the Denver Broncos just because you're off them this week.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
No one. I liked Bo Nix when he was a freshman on Auburn in like 2016.
Okay, well, he's in the NFL now and he's starting, right?
Yeah, Sean
Yeah,
McVay
he's like
now.
26.
I mean, here we go. This is his shot, right?
Yeah.
I called Sean Payton Sean McVay. Whoops.
He's got Sean Payton. He's got a Hall of Fame coach.
When Stan gets a base hit, he's like, "Fuck."
How hard does Antonio
"Dude,
love
I'd rather him get
just
out."
cutting to the Yankees game in the middle?
Every podcast we do, he's like, "Oh, Juan Soto just hit a home run."
Well, now I'm here watching the game.
I need you to lock in.
fucking Dean.
I'm taking Seattle -5.5. I think they cover that spread. I think as much as we say they're going to be bad, I think they might actually like be feisty this year.
We'll see.
All right. An intriguing matchup. The Dallas Cowboys at the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland is -2.5 at home, over under 41.5. How do we feel about this one?
What the fuck?
That's how you feel?
This is a hard one. Pause.
This one is oh yeah, big pause. This one is difficult to pick because like I hate Cleveland with all of my heart. And like Dallas is just kind of like
Nolan, we might be turning a new leaf this year because I'm not taking Cleveland. I'm taking Dallas.
I'm not taking Cleveland.
I'm also taking Dallas. Like, why are they +2.5 though? Is it because CeeDee Lamb might not play?
CeeDee Lamb's playing. Why is he not playing?
They said he might not. I was reading something this morning that they said he might not because he hasn't been at training camp.
Conditioned?
But like
What's he been doing? Eating Cheetos? Like what?
he's definitely playing. That might have just been like ESPN feeding me bullshit.
Is that propaganda? Dude, they want people to bet the Browns. Now I really like the Cowboys.
No, they have been talking about CeeDee Lamb every fucking day, probably for 3 months.
Can you click on it? What's CeeDee Lamb first touchdown? Because that's cashing now.
CeeDee Lamb first plus 650.
Free.
Anytime plus 105. So almost even money at any time.
Even freer.
Way free.
Yeah, Cowboys plus 2.5. Smack it.
Yeah, I'm happy you guys are turning over a new leaf and you guys hate the Browns this year because I hate the fucking
dude,
Browns.
why would I take the Browns there? Also,
Why don't we take the Browns?
Huh?
He's saying in this
Is that what you said? Why don't we take the Browns?
That's
Oh,
horrible.
yeah. I mean, Deshaun Watson's a rapist. Like, I'm all set.
And he's doo-doo. All right. Washington Commanders at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tampa Bay's minus 3.5, over under 43.5. This is also kind of dog shit, but could be exciting. Could be a exciting game. Jaden Daniels.
This might be a lock for me.
What do we got?
Bucks by a lot.
Huh? Bucks by a lot? Washington might win this game outright. I really like the 3.5. I'm not a huge
camera up too.
I'm not a huge Jaden Daniels guy. I'm not a huge Jaden Daniels guy, but I'm selling every Tampa Bay stock that I own. And this goes back to last year. I don't believe in this team. I still don't think they're that good. I know they made the playoffs and won a game last year. I don't give a damn. I like Washington. It's also an over too. This is another over.
This is a tough spot for Jaden Daniels to like start his career though. Like going into Tampa Bay. He's probably gonna get bum rushed a lot. Probably get sacked a couple times, handful of times.
I mean, I don't think he's gonna be bad, but I feel like this just might be a game where he looks kind of rough.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna start well. I think it's gonna take him a minute. I do think he's very, very good. I think he's the best quarterback out of this draft. I've said that multiple times. But he might just need some growing pains in this one. So I think I'm going to take the safe bet and take Tampa Bay minus 3.5.
Fair.
I do like the over, too, in this one.
Is he from Florida State?
Who? Jaden Daniels?
Yeah.
He's from LSU. Or did he go to Florida State first?
Right.
I don't know.
He went to Arizona State before that.
Yeah.
That's what he's thinking of.
LSU's all that matters.
Yeah, how about the Florida State? Florida State's dog shit, huh?
Yeah.
Lost to BC yesterday.
Nobody.
Speaking of shit, you guys saw that guy tweeted. He's like, "Oh, I'll eat shit out of a solo cup if we lose to Boston College," and then he had to delete his account because everybody was like, "We need to see the video now."
He went on the run, dude.
And then Big Cat today was like, did that guy that tweeted that out eat dog shit yet? And then everybody was just tweeting at them. Someone found his Snapchat, like they were just hounding him.
Dude, I would too, bro.
God.
Be like, you said you were talking all that shit. You were so confident. If I was a BC fan, oh my god.
I mean, they were 17-point favorites at home, and they lost by like 12 points.
That was one of the worst quarterback performances I've ever seen. DJU.
He is horrible,
dude.
He is horrendous.
He couldn't throw a ball in the ocean, dude. He was terrible. All right, moving on. The Los Angeles Rams at the Super Bowl winning Detroit Lions. Detroit is minus 3.5. Over under 51.5. I think this is the highest over under so far. How do we feel? Lions 3.5 at home.
I'm letting both you go first and then going because I need to hear this, and then I'm going.
Go ahead, Antonio.
Ooh. I think I like LA in this game.
I'm not surprised. Why do you say that?
I think this team comes out looking a little bit healthier. I think Cooper Kupp has a very nice game. Los Angeles offense looks very good coming out. I think it's a good game. I think Detroit's going to be in it the whole time, but I think it's just going to probably be a slugfest. Goff maybe throws a costly interception late on.
Does Cooper Kupp win comeback player of the year or some shit?
He can. I think he's
think
very good.
everyone's so high on Puka Nacua. I do think he's gonna be good. I think Matt Stafford struggles a little bit because I think he likes to have just one guy to throw to, and now that Cooper Kupp's gonna be back healthy in the mix, I think it's gonna be tough at first.
Yeah, he's just not gonna throw to Puka.
Yeah, it's gonna be one or the other. He's just gonna not throw to Cooper Kupp, or he's gonna not throw to Puka Nacua. I think he might like Puka Nacua more. I think just because he's seen Cooper Kupp's been hurt these past few years, kind of getting over that hump, he's kind of over the hill a little bit. And Puka Nacua is this nice shiny new toy, and he literally is like a robot, bro. He just goes and catches balls. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's awesome.
Not that Cooper Kupp is a problematic wide receiver, but still.
In this game, I like Kupp.
I like Detroit in this game. I think the Rams are gonna come out flat. I think Detroit is ready to go. Ready to roll. They're really good at home. That place is going to be rocking. Give me Detroit.
First off, I want to say this is a great game of NFL football, or at least
this is going to be a good Sunday night football game.
This is pinnacle. Two great coaches, two great teams, two great jerseys. We did it all here. We get good shit right here. I'm very happy with the choice of game. I really want to take Detroit here, but it feels so incorrect, especially with just how Antonio delivered his Rams plus 3.5. Just the way he said it, I really want to take the Rams based off of that.
So you're taking the Rams?
Antonio, how on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you in this game?
Borderline pick 3.
Ooh.
I'm taking the Rams.
That's all he needed to hear.
The Lions.
No, you're the way. I don't think I've ever heard someone deliver it. It wasn't even confidence. You just sounded right when you said it. I don't know how to describe it, but just the way you said Rams plus 3.5. That was just the correct way to say it.
Yeah, I didn't really think about it.
So Rams, that's my pick.
What about over under this? I think this is the highest total this week.
I think you have to say over, but it's a primetime game, and I picked a lot of overs. So I guess gun to my head, I'll say under, but I don't like either way.
I think under too. I think this might obviously this could be a potential playoff matchup. No, if the Lions aren't as good as we think, and the Rams are better than we think.
No,
definitely could be. These are two playoff caliber teams, I feel like.
Definitely.
All right, and yeah, round of applause to the NFL, dude. These primetime games on the week 1 slate.
Yeah, they did very good.
Very good. I mean, they kind of kept the dog shit at the 1 o'clock slot. A little bit of dog shit in the 4 o'clock slot. But the primetime games, we have 4 of them, so.
Hold on. Are the Jaguars not playing the Dolphins?
Yeah.
So what's with this Bills Dolphins?
That's the next week.
This is September 12th. You okay?
It's the following week.
Why is it showing the Monday game before the Sunday game?
It's not.
It's this Monday and then next Thursday.
The Rams Lions is Sunday night. Then the
you hit
Jets,
the pen way too many times before this, dude. Literally says right here, September 12th, 8:16 p.m.
Not above that. It just says Monday at 8:21.
That's this game. The time is at the bottom.
Oh.
There it goes, the light bulb.
Holy shit, dude.
All right, moving on. New York Jets at San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers are minus 4.5. Over under 43.5.
Antonio, try not to predict the Jets quarterback having a season-ending injury week 1. How about that? Let's start there.
The most Jets thing. No, they're not playing. Wait, they're not playing at home, but they're playing at Aaron Rodgers' home.
They are.
Yeah, and he gets fucking demolished every time he plays here, bro.
Oh yeah, I kind of wanted to pick the Jets, but no one.
I kind of want to pick the Jets.
I kind of want to pick the Jets too, but it's not the right pick.
So what?
Bro, it's when it's 14-0 49ers, everyone's gonna be like, "Why the fuck did I bet the Jets this week?"
Yeah.
Like that's
No, I think a lot of people are going to bet the Jets, and a lot of people have been talking shit about Brock Purdy too. I think Brock Purdy.
If a lot of
will
people
get
were betting
the
on the
game.
Jets, this
I
was
think
not.
San
This would not be
Francisco is
4.5. This would not be 4.5 if a lot of
it
people.
was 3.5 up until yesterday, and then Trent Williams signed, and then it went back to 4.5.
You know what? I think it's a good game. I like San Fran to win, but I don't like them to cover.
Wow.
I like the Jets
Wow.
to cover this game and possibly win.
I like the Jets all week. Why I'm getting cold feet right now. I don't know why.
20-17 49ers.
Don't get stage fright, Sal. Just because we're on the biggest podcast in the world, don't get stage fright.
Ugh.
Stay with me now. Stay locked in.
All right. Round of Jets. We'll close it out.
Yes.
But now that means I have to put dollars on the Jets, and I don't love that. So
You don't have to.
you know I have to.
You do have to. All right. Let's start it out, gentlemen. Pick 3. Who would like to go first? How are we going to decide the order? And can we just take a moment of silence of greatness just to appreciate that pick 3 is back in our lives?
Duck race.
Thank you, NFL football, for
Thank
coming
you,
back to
football
our lives.
gods and those that shine above. All right.
I think we go youngest to oldest. I think that's how this works.
Okay.
What one of you is
Antonio.
older?
Sal's older than me.
By 10 days.
I see.
So you have to go first.
Nuh-uh.
No,
All right.
technically Antonio goes last because he's 60 years old. But
That is true. If we were going by your real age,
Yeah.
you're so old that you would go next week.
Oh yeah, my birthday is next Wednesday
Yes, it is.
on 9/11.
Dude, happy birthday.
Dude. Yeah, do you remember when Aaron Rodgers got hurt last year on 9/11?
Yeah, and it was
Make
your
three fucking
birthday.
picks.
It was your birthday and you called it. So,
Wow, that's true.
yeah, let's move on.
And it was 9/11.
Pick your 3 games.
All right, I got not Buffalo. I got Arizona over Buffalo.
Okay.
The Bengals
Wow.
over the
Okay.
Patriots. And who else do I like? I'm not going to put the Cowboys in that. I'm going to put my team, the New York Giants, +1.5.
Okay.
I can't keep Sal clapping.
I
but
like
can
it.
see
All right.
Colin, you're up.
Cardinals.
Pick number 1. Give me the Atlanta Falcons -3.5. I think they're at home. Pittsburgh's dog shit.
He's going to take the Steelers too. And the Dolphins. He's going to pick the Dolphins and he's going to pick the Seahawks.
No. Pick number 2. Give me the Seattle Seahawks -5.5.
Wow.
Fuck, I'm so mad that he knew that. Denver's dog shit. Seattle, I think, is sneaky good. That's my pick for that. And last but not least,
Detroit.
give me the New York Jets.
Wow.
+4.5. When would we
I was
ever see a
tempted
day where Nolan Alex Williams Skian would put the New York Jets in his pick 3?
It's actually quite hard to believe. I'm not gonna lie.
It probably hasn't happened since like the first year we did this show. But I'm doing it
Before I
this
said-
week. It's the perfect week for it.
Before I said the Giants, I was like, dude, do I put the Jets in there for my pick 3? But if I'm not confident and I'm going to win the game, I
Yes.
didn't know if I should
Sal,
put them in
Sal,
there.
write down who we all picked so that we remember, because I hate like going back and trying to listen. So
I have to listen to it anyway, so I got it. I'll actually keep up this year. Last year I was just not.
Okay.
I'll do it. That's my
Okay.
promise.
It's recorded, so
Pick number 1.
the The New York Giants plus 1.5.
I'm with Antonio on that one.
Love it.
I love the Giants. I'm low on the Vikings. I'm not necessarily high on the Giants, but I think they're going to outperform expectations this year. Giants win that football game. Betting on Fart Darnold as a road favorite? No, thank you.
Got it.
Number 2, I'm glad you didn't take the opposite because I definitely would have lost.
The Jags plus 3.5.
It feels just like the right pick. I don't know how to describe it. I don't have numbers. I don't have, Trevor Lawrence's, passes for X yards on and this field. No, I just feel like that's the right pick. The Jaguars are not.
You do have Trevor Lawrence's jockstrap. You're sniffing it.
In my mouth, yes, correct.
Okay, yep.
Number 3, I don't even need to show the paper. Antonio, what is it?
The Cardinals. The Cardinals.
No, I already had the Giants.
Oh, the Bengals.
What does that say?
Arizona, my right.
Alabama?
Yeah, it's the Cardinals.
Arizona plus 6.5. Good job, Nolan. I mean, they have an equal shot to beat the Bills in this game, and if you're giving me almost a touchdown, thank you very much. I'll take the 3 points. So, I think out of all my games, Arizona has to be the one I'm most confident in, but the Giants are right behind it. Jacksonville's kind of like a 50-50 one, but I really like Arizona this week. The other thing I realized going through all my picks, I think I picked 90% underdogs. I think there's like maybe 2 favorites I picked.
All right. I like it. This is the Underdog Sports Podcast.
For a reason.
So now for a new thing that we're throwing in here. We are going to pick a daily fantasy lineup on FanDuel. This is a new thing we're doing. I think we're going to really like it. And yeah. So
what's the first place prize if we win?
First place prize is $500.
500.
So
then next week we put a $500 parlay on.
Now the issue with this is
you can't bet.
I can't withdraw the money if I win it.
Oh, that's big guy.
But we could pick the lineup, and if we win, I'll give you guys smooches.
Deal. That's way better.
Yeah, I mean, we could just add up our wins to the end of the year.
All right, here we go. How do we want to start
this? Is this just 1 o'clock, or is this is the full? Oh, okay, so this is the full Sunday slate. Okay, I'm following.
The full Sunday slate, I believe. Yes.
I mean, me and Antonio are definitely both saying Kyler Murray. No, like for quarterback.
For quarterback, we want Kyler Murray at Buffalo.
I feel like that's just like a good value. Like it's not the top one. Like I don't know. I can definitely see him running in a touchdown. Like we could go like lower down the board, but at the same time, I feel like for price wise, it's not a terrible pick.
I agree. Yeah, I mean we could go like Kirk Cousins to maybe even a Jared Goff in there.
Well, we would want something that we definitely think is a high-scoring game. Like, the Houston game should be high-scoring, so I don't think Stroud's, like, a bad pick. But, like, I would maybe even say, like, Joe Mixon as the running back, like, just to have a piece of that game. I don't know.
Yeah, we could have, like, I don't know.
Jonathan Taylor doesn't sound like a bad pick either, honestly.
Like, we could have, like, Tank Dell or, like, Nico Collins or something.
I think Stephon Diggs definitely scores, but yeah, I like a receiver in that game for sure. But we have to pick the right one. So which one do we like?
Cooper Kupp.
I like Cooper Kupp. I like Cooper Kupp on the Sunday night game.
Okay.
Which Texans receiver are we doing with, Antonio? Does it have to be Diggs because you have him in every lineup, or are we doing something else?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be Diggs.
I think Tank Dell might be a good pick.
What's his salary over Diggs? He's at
6,400, 6,800.
Ugh, I'd probably take Diggs at that point, but
we could pick him and then see where we're at the end. Let's go running back.
Now we kind of gotta go value running back.
At least one, yeah.
A Cheney? Oh, most.
What was Achan?
Where was he?
Where is he?
Oh, 72.
Yeah, it's a little pricey. These guys are all a little pricey. Go down to like the
Yeah,
six
Mostert.
guys.
Oh, James Conner.
Jerome Ford seems like a big value.
I like
starting.
Jerome.
Yeah, he is starting. Yeah.
I would take Jerome Ford.
Good player too.
Okay, we got that. Who else should we go with? This screen is so fucking bright. It's hurting my eyes.
Like these players are terrible. Like this is where we stop. Like we go the other direction.
This is where we stop.
Horrible.
Who else do we like?
I don't mind a Tony Pollard, but that's probably
I like.
gross.
What do you think, Nolan? I like Tony Pollard.
I do like Tony Pollard. We can go with him.
The problem is we don't have a lot to work with. So like now I would pick a tight end and see what we're left with.
Okay. Who we like at tight end?
Kincaid should catch 100 million passes, but he's a lot.
He is kind of pricey in the tight end situation.
If you like the Jags, Sal Ingram.
Evan Ingram, yeah, that's a good call. That is a good call.
But Kincaid's not much more than him.
What's Kincaid to him?
600.
Take Kincaid because we still have a defense to take, so I'm fine with that. Now the defense is going to be the big one. Everyone's going to have Cincinnati defense, I feel.
Probably. I mean, it seems like the easiest pick. We could go like New Orleans. We could
Giants
go...
defense.
Giants defense isn't a bad shout, Antonio. I kind of love that.
Yeah, against Minnesota, against Fart Darnold.
Against Fart Darnold, that might be the play.
I like that. I mean, that's really good value at 3,800.
Sacks, dude.
So many sacks. There's gonna be so many sacks.
Do you bring it back with like Devin Singletary? Like now, do we take Devin Singletary as like a little stack, like Giants and then the run game? I don't know if that sounds bad.
I mean, it depends if we want to go wide receiver flex, or we could do it. We could do another big name player.
Yeah, let's see who we like for big name players.
I mean, obviously,
Tyreek Hill.
You could always love Tyreek Hill. It's Tyreek Hill in any game. It's just like, yeah, I love him.
I feel like Tyreek Hill week 1 every year is kind of insane.
How much is Singletary? If Singletary's that much, that'd be crazy. He's definitely not less. He's probably more.
Go to RV.
Yeah, we passed him at some point. I don't know where he is. Yeah, he's 6,300.
Barely.
Oh, we're 100. Oh no, we're 700 short.
Oh,
we're 100 short.
Me too. Wait, DeAndre Swift
for 5,600? Can we do him?
No, I don't think so. Is he in there? Fuck.
James. Oh,
he's 6,500.
Yeah. I feel like we're overpaying for someone. All right, we probably have to take Tyreek Hill out. I think he's too much.
Like barely too much.
So then if we go back up to the top.
Yeah.
Who put Josh Allen at flex? No.
No, I like Jonathan Taylor in that game. I think it's a high scoring game. And then who's that leave us with?
Marvin? We could put Marvin in there.
Oh yeah. And then pair him with Kyler. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's a great lineup.
All right. So for the first edition, they call it the Big Dance. The first edition of the Big Dance, we got Kyler Murray as our quarterback, Jerome Ford, Tony Pollard. Wide receivers, we got Cooper Kupp, Stephon Diggs, Marvin Harrison Jr., Dalton Kincaid as our tight end, flex, Jonathan Taylor, defense, New York Giants against the dog shit Minnesota Vikings.
With the perfect amount of money that was meant to be.
Yep. 0 salary remaining. I really like this lineup, I think.
That's a hot lineup.
All right, let's enter this bad boy.
Oh.
No, it's okay. I can do it on my phone.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I think we should still do like one bold prediction and one surefire touchdown scorer, and then we can be out of here. So my surefire touchdown scorer this week is Stephon Diggs. He's definitely scoring week 1 on his new team.
My surefire touchdown is Cooper Kupp.
Wow.
And my surefire touchdown is Garrett Wilson.
Wow. I like both your picks. I love both your picks actually.
So we got some good what's our bold prediction?
Let me think. Bold predictions.
Russell Wilson throws for over 300 yards and 3 touchdown passes,
Can
leading
you
the
like
Steelers to win.
can you leave the call, please? I'm gonna go a little insane here. I'm gonna say Trevor Lawrence 300 yards and 3 touchdowns on Sunday.
Wow. Okay. Jesus. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Jaden Daniels over 100 yards rushing.
Ooh, good call. Okay.
That's my bold prediction.
What was yours, Antonio?
Russell Wilson over 300 yards with 3 touchdowns.
Like what's the real one? Like
Your bold prediction was just faded.
It's a great day. Russell Wilson is a great day. And
Did you take the Steelers or the Falcons?
I took the Steelers.
Okay. All right. I can't say anything, Mom.
I'm not betting on that game.
Yes, you are.
You have to now. You're betting Russell Wilson's over everything.
If I get somebody else that is like, yo, I'm betting the Steelers, I'll be like, yo. I'm
Yo,
going to with you.
Yo, Antonio.
What?
I'm betting the Steelers.
All right, gentlemen. Till next time.
Great episode. See you boys next week.
Peace.
Peace out.